Here's my audience. Today I'd like to introduce you to an organization of which I am a member, how that organization is involved in service, and some difficulties that we face. I am a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. We're frequently called Mormons. We are deeply interested in service, but we occasionally face prejudices and lack of interest within the organization that make it difficult to be involved in that service. I'd like to address some of the common misconceptions that we face that make it difficult to provide service. The first being that we do believe in Jesus Christ. The proper name of the church is the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. I know it's long, but it clears up some misconceptions that the nickname brings about. The name has a prominent place in the church. It's the Church of Jesus Christ, and we do not worship Joseph Smith or the biblical prophet Mormon. Some people still don't believe that we're Christians, and that makes them prefer not to associate with us. That's untrue. We are Christians, but that doesn't. We are willing to help members of our faith or other faiths as well. Another misconception you may have heard is that we have multiple wives. We do not have multiple wives. Yes, there was a time that the church practiced polygamy, but not all members did, and if they were asked to practice, then they had to meet certain standards of worthiness. The church stopped practicing it in 1890. President Hinckley, who was the president and prophet of the church in 1998, released a statement to clear up some misconceptions that the news media was inferring about the church based on other polygamous groups in the United States at the time. He says, "They are not members of this church. Most of them have never been members. They are in violation of the civil law. If any of our members are found to be practicing plural marriage, they are excommunicated, the most serious penalty the church can impose. Not only are those so involved in direct violation of the civil law, but they're also in violation of the laws of this church." So the misconceptions make people sometimes think that we are weird and they're uncomfortable associating with us. But you know that those misconceptions are untrue and that we're willing to provide service to others. Another barrier that we occasionally face is from within members of our own church. Just as with any organization or any individual, we sometimes struggle with a lack of personal motivation and interest that makes us less inclined to participate. Just because there's an opportunity does not mean that people engage, and sometimes time and money and ability don't all come together in a way that makes that service able to be provided. But even with the roadblocks of misconceptions and limits of personal motivation, we still can provide service. How does the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints provide service? Our desire to provide service stems from our desires to be disciples of Christ, which means that we want to behave as he did in daily actions and communications. In a pamphlet distributed to the youth of the church entitled "For the Strength of Youth," there's a quote that says, "As you devote yourself to serving others, your heart will be filled with love. You will learn that service and sacrifice are ways to overcome selfishness. You'll enjoy happiness that comes only from giving service to God and others." These opportunities frequently come from our daily interactions and small services that are not noted or even recognized. However, we also have the opportunity to participate in large service projects. You may have heard of the Mormon Helping Hands. We are currently in the Panhandle of Florida, where the hurricane recently provided lots of destructions and many opportunities for service. The Tallahassee Democrat, which is a newspaper down there, shows pictures of volunteers in bright yellow t-shirts. We give our time and frequently our money for food and lodging and gas to help serve others. A 15-year-old quoted, "I feel like I'm doing good in the world. When people are in need, it's the right thing to do." The church also has a welfare program that provides temporary assistance to members in need, but because it's so well organized, we can send those benefits to people around the world with natural disasters. In 2012, we sent thousands of pounds of food, water, clothing, medical supplies, and hygiene kits to 104 natural disasters in 52 different countries. As a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, I'm frequently given the opportunity to serve. Goodnet.org says that we frequently feel good after service because our body releases endorphins, and that's called a helper's high. As a member of an organization that helps others, it's often my pleasure to help people in time of need. There's still work to do to work out through those misconceptions and to find ways to motivate ourselves within the organization. But I am pleased to be able to help whenever I am offered the possibility.